On behalf of Lancaster University and the Management School, I'm genuinely delighted to welcome you to the 2021 BAM conference being hosted at Lancaster. Sadly, we're only hosting it virtually. I would be delighted to welcome you all to our new facilities. As you can see behind me, we have absolutely outstanding facilities that are commensurate with our standing as one of the UK's leading business schools. I hope in future many of you will have opportunities to come to Lancaster to contribute to the intellectual life of the LUMS community through participating in research projects, seminars, guest lectures and such like. I can assure you, you will receive a very, very warm welcome. We're hosting the BAM conference at a time when I would argue the need for effective research in the business and management fields has never actually been greater. We're coming out of a massive disruption which has changed the way in which the economy operates, has created new opportunities, new ways of thinking about how we work. But there may have been disruption, but many of the underlying challenges of the UK economy remain. Productivity. How do we address the productivity weaknesses in the UK economy? I mean, it's not just those long established agendas around productivity, but it's those future looking agendas around sustainability, around the environment, the move to net zero. What does net zero mean for us as business schools? What does it mean for us as management schools in terms of what we research, what we teach, how we engage with policymakers, how we engage with businesses? A lot of these themes will be covered in this conference. Indeed, we have specifically focused on making themes around COVID and COVID recovery, around productivity, around net zero, central themes of the conference, and not least the issues of what do we need to do in terms of developing the skills for the future. What does the workforce of the future look like? How do we develop that workforce of the future? And I'm very proud of the way in which Lancaster Management School has engaged with that agenda. A good recent example would be a £900,000 research grant on plastics that is led out of the management school. Yes, it is supported by STEM disciplines, but it is led out of the management school. And that has to be the future for us as an academy, to play a role in implementing, in developing, in shaping that future in conjunction with our colleagues in STEM disciplines. So I'm delighted that you're here at Lancaster. We do pride ourselves on that interdisciplinarity, and I look forward to seeing many of you physically in Lancaster in the future. And I hope everyone has a really rewarding and enjoyable conference.
Dear BAM conference participants and organizers, as the Associate Dean International at Lancaster University Management School, I would like to welcome you all to this year's British Academy of Management Annual Conference. At Lancaster, we are always proud to host, support, and promote local and global engagement initiatives that helps to create positive change by debating and challenging practice and thinking at the local, national, and the international level. Lancaster Global Outreach involves campuses and collaborative partnerships in Ghana, Germany, Malaysia, and China, as well as several student exchange agreements across the globe. It was in recognition of its international activities that in 2020 Lancaster was voted as the International University of the Year by the Times and the Sunday Times newspaper. I would like to wish you all a successful and engagement conference.
I'm delighted to have the opportunity to talk to you today at the opening of this major conference addressing such an important theme, recovering from COVID, responsible management and reshaping the economy, particularly vital given the disruption which the pandemic has caused for all of us. We want our teaching to actively promote responsibility. We are, after all, educating the future managers and leaders. And we also want our research to benefit not only our local regions and nationally, but also internationally as well. We want to be stewards of professional and responsible practice. We consider responsibility to be so important and underpinning all of our activities that we have actually made it one of the school's 6 priorities. As academics, we are in the privileged position of influencing global practice around many issues, including responsibility in a variety of ways. First, we can do it through ongoing engagement with a wide range of stakeholders, including industry leaders, policymakers, and public and government bodies. Second, we can prepare the next generation of managers and teachers, including large numbers of international students, to be responsible in every type of organisational context. And third, we can do it through organisational capacity building of high-performing and impactful research organisations. And so it's absolutely vital that in LUMS we practice what we preach, that the theories we develop and insights we share with businesses, students, policymakers and others are reflected internally in our own operations, procedures and processes, and our own approach to leading and managing. Being much more explicit about responsibility, environmental and social sustainability and inclusivity has provided important foundations and a means for us to view our practices and processes through that particular lens. This year, we have been helped in that fact by receiving the bronze level Athena Swan Award on our first attempt earlier this year. I am really proud that in the middle of the pandemic, we were able to complete a demanding self-assessment process and submit a successful application. In the school, we already do quite a lot of research in the area of gender within the domains of entrepreneurship, leadership and learning, under the umbrella of the Academy of Gender Work and Leadership. So receiving this award complements our theoretical knowledge and understanding. We have some way to go to ensure that we are responsible. So in addition to interrogating a wide range of processes and procedures as part of our 5-year Athena Swan action plan, we have started to question ourselves more rigorously around responsibility itself. These are some of the thoughts and experiences that we have been tackling and thinking about throughout the last year. I hope that you have a really productive and thought-provoking few days, tackling these really important issues.
I'm Katie Mason, Chair of the British Academy of Management, and along with Nick Beach, our President, it is my real pleasure to extend a very warm welcome to the BAM2021 Conference in the Cloud. I'd like to extend our special thanks to Lancaster University Management School for being our hosts, our conference chair, Professor Martin Spring, and co-chair, Dr. Sophie Al-Khalid. Thank you. And our special thanks also go to our sponsors for their support, the European Management Journal, the Association for Project Management, and Lancaster University's Pentland Centre for Sustainability in Business. Our vision as a pluralistic learning society is about contributing to the development of management, knowledge and practice, both nationally and internationally. We are also working continuously to be inclusive, to recognise and respect the diversity in our community and to promote excellence. Established in 1986, we're a leading community for management scholars. We've now over 2,200 members internationally and we're growing all the time. Our members are based across 50 countries and 25% of our members are based overseas. We are a very busy, friendly and productive community, organising conferences, mini-conferences, or running journals. We organise strategic research projects. Our 2 projects at the moment relate to equality, diversity and inclusivity and mental health and well-being at work. We also organise many grant schemes. We're also working to collaborate on joint grant schemes and to support and grow our membership with other learning societies, so together we can be stronger and have a bigger voice in our community. We have 23 special interest groups, or SIGs, and there are more coming along. This covers the full field of management studies, and our newest SIG, which we welcome to this conference, is the SIG for Financial Management. Now, 2021 has been a really tough year for us all. Never have academics had to work so hard to reach, support and work with students in distant and digital environments. Never have we been so isolated as researchers and scholars, and never have we had to be so innovative and creative in pursuit of our goals. But as they say, necessity is the mother of invention, and so it has been. The British Academy of Management have been through a time of innovation, supporting our community, organising events online, and encouraging and enabling research to continue for our community so that they stay and feel connected. The BAM office have been doing an amazing job, working from home, but continuously supporting and holding our community together. You, our members, have been amazing, coming up with ideas to overcome challenges and stage new and exciting events. So this is our community. The new online environment has brought some benefits with increasing levels of inclusion and growth in our portfolio of activities. Our community, you, have really seized the opportunity of online events. In 2020, we hosted just shy of 60 events. In 2021, to date, we hosted 49 events and ran 3 development programs, with some events attracting more than 250 participants from all around the world. Our online presence has enabled us to be more inclusive and extend our reach. These events are in addition to conference, which, as you will see from the programme, has a wealth of content and activity. And all this has happened because of our community. You who volunteer and give freely of your time and your effort to make our community what it is. So a huge warm thank you to you all. In addition to our online events, we have also been working hard to make sure our Academy's values stay alive and up to date. For example, we have published an interim report on our research into equality, diversity and inclusion, EDI. We have signed DORA, the Declaration of Research Assessment, and this commits us to supporting the responsible use of metrics, and it also recognises the numerous and pluralistic qualities and capabilities needed to constitute an effective and productive research community. You can see our DORA statement on the BAM website. Just search DORA and you'll find it. We have also published our EDI statement, and jointly with the Chartered Association of Business Schools, we have produced a guide to organising inclusive events. This will provide our community with a contemporary reminder of best practice, and of course we're using these materials to inform our own best practice. We have also endorsed and become part of the Responsible Research in Business and Management network. This promotes engagement with practitioners and policymakers in conceptualising, developing and delivering impactful research, and this brings about better solutions for our society as we face grand challenges such as climate change and the COVID recovery. All this is aimed at supporting the high quality, impactful research which is so critical to our society. Finally, we have also begun collecting data for our mental health academic strategic research project. So that is ongoing, in motion, and we will be bringing findings to you soon. Now, our Partnering with Purpose initiative continues to prosper. So we have been working hard developing collaborations to create new opportunities, especially for international collaboration of our research community. We have rejoined the International Federation of Scholarly Associations of Management, IFSAM. We have strengthened our partnership with sister organisations, including signing a Memorandum of Understanding with CIMA. We also continue our joint grant schemes with CIMA, ANSAM, IAM and SAMS. All these are opportunities for you to apply for funding for your research. We have also worked on developing replication studies for the EDI strategic project with CIMA, with ANSAM and with IAM. Our outreach work continues, launching a shared research ecosystem vision with the ESRC and the Chartered Association of Business Schools. We're presenting a vision of how we see an ecosystem of stakeholders, policymakers, practitioners working together to create a community of knowledge production and consumption. We're also working with the British Academy, this time influencing their report on our review of our discipline, Business and Management Studies, through partly our in-depth EDI research, but also through a presence on their advisory board, including our British Academy of Management Fellow, Peter Buckley, who's also this year's recipient of the 2021 BAM Medal for Research. Myself and Madeline, our CEO, were also on that advisory board. And finally, the SHAPE initiative. SHAPE is a new concept to represent social sciences, humanities, and the arts for people and the economy. And this idea is a social science equivalent of STEM to help us talk as a collective about the value of social science and how that work is bringing real improvements to our society and our economy. In building our community, we have introduced a peer review college this year. We have appointed our first cohort of fellows and members, and the first workshop is going to happen during the conference, so look out for that. We've also been using the BAM framework to continue the development and offer of new programs, identifying gaps where people really need support in the development of what it is they're doing. So we've introduced the research-oriented professor program, which adds to our education-focused professor program, teaching and learning conferences and doctoral symposiums, and more will be coming online next year, so watch this space. And finally, we continue to recognise the success of people in our community through our awards. So don't forget to come to our awards ceremony, which will take place later in the conference. Please do join us. Our excellent editorial team continues to work with our world-class journals, widely read and enjoyed by many in our community. We extend our special thanks to these teams. We've also launched a new BAM book series on impactful research. The first book is now in print, Delivering Impact in Management Research. Where does it really happen? Also, 2 new books are due in the next year. You can pre-order them now, so look out for Impact and the Management Researcher and the Research Impact Agenda, Navigating the Impact of Impact. We continue to invest in our future. Our user-friendly website is full of information. We have an easier to use, more secure payment system, a new database which is enabling us to better communicate and understand our membership. And we've invested in webinar software as we've moved much more to online events. But do look out for the various informal social networking opportunities that we've built into this year's online conference using WonderMe. Have a go. With our current execs terms coming to an end, we have a very exciting new executive committee. We welcome our new members and extend a huge thank you to all those who have coming to the end of their terms in December of this year. So Emma, Nellarine, Maureen, Nicholas, Lisa, Mark, thank you so much for all your hard work that has helped make BAM what it is today. Thank you. So our next 12 months, one of the things we'll be focusing on is our programme for Directors of Engagement, developing an integrated programme for early career researchers and supporting new activities that help develop SIG leaders, our special interest group leaders. So we're very much looking forward to putting those activities in place and welcoming participants on those programmes. One thing that is really important to us and that we know through experience is that we are stronger together. We have a stronger voice in public life. So we are working to grow our membership to make sure that we can be stronger and have a stronger voice to influence policy and practice when we work together. So please share the message about the value of BAM's offer and what it means to become a fellow researcher within our community. I just wanted to conclude with a call to arms. Please get involved. If you want to know more, please do come and talk to us. There are many ways that you can be involved, many activities you can be involved in, and we're always very happy to be as inclusive and as diverse as possible because we're a pluralistic community and we want to celebrate all the excellence that we have amongst us. So come and talk to us. So all that remains to be said now is have a wonderful conference. Don't forget to join us tomorrow for the awards ceremony to celebrate the outstanding members of our community. Do come and show your appreciation for their contribution and celebrate with us. Finally, just before we go, I'd like to welcome next year's hosts where we hope to gather in person once more, which would be fantastic, would it not, at the Alliance Management Business School.